Hey guys, Jim Higgins, Backyard Retreat Marketing. I'm going to address a question that I know a lot of you are asking, and that is, uh, do you need a blog on your outdoor living and contracting website? And I know where this question stems from because let's face it, producing content on an ongoing basis is a pain in the neck. It just is. Um, so, it is an important question. Right. So let's talk for just a second of why you might have a blog. And then I want to talk about um, kind of a reality that a lot of people or a lot of the experts, if you just go out there and ask this question, you're going to get the obvious word from marketers saying, oh yeah, you got to have one. Well, they lose sight of some very specific differences in the outdoor living contracting space. So I want to talk about that. And then finally, I want to show you a couple real practical tips that'll help get you going down the right path. So, okay, so why do we have a blog? Why would we, right? So in my mind, in the outdoor living space, the biggest reason is really twofold. One is to establish credibility and expertise. So when someone already comes to your site and they're looking at your products, they're looking at the different projects that you've completed, they head over to the blog and see you have smart things to say, that you know your stuff. That's important, right? It's important for credibility. So that, I think, is absolutely a legit reason that you should consider having a blog. The second one is that many clients struggle to come up with a reason to stay in front of both maybe prospects that are in their database that haven't signed an agreement with them to move forward with the project, or current clients, right? And the ability to stay in front of them to potentially upsell or cross-sell them on certain things. So a blog gives you a very unique opportunity to do that. If you're doing that on a regular basis, say, putting content out there once a month, maybe even twice a month, you can then email all those prospects and current clients to, again, stay top of mind. And that's important. And then third, and this is where I have the caveat, third is SEO. So again, most marketers are going to say, oh, you got to have a blog because it's going to drive tons of traffic, and Google loves new content, and that's all true, right? Google does love new content, and a blog will give you the ability to put really keyword rich content up on your site on a regular basis, and Google will find that. And I'm going to show you an example in just a second. But do remember though, so if you're a national company and you serve a national audience, then that all makes sense, right? So let's say I'm based in North Carolina, right? I have a blog for my company. I serve the entire country. Someone in California types in a particular term, finds my blog. Hey, that's great. But that's not the case for most of you, right? Most of you are serving clients within a 15 to 30 mile radius is typical that we see. So again, if you're now in North Carolina, you serve folks in the greater Charlotte area, someone in California finds this blog, clicks through to your site, sure, you got some traffic, but is that person going to become a client? No, they're not. So when we don't want to put too much stock on the fact that SEO, it's going to drive actual clients from that perspective. Now, again, overall, more site traffic that you're getting. If those folks that come to your blog, they stay there, Google loves what they call long clicks. So again, you're earning points. You're earning points in the eyes of Google that you're offering a high quality website. So that all does build in. I don't want to downplay it. It's just that one thing that I think is important that kind of gets lost in the mix. So, okay, let me take you in. I'm going to show you a couple examples here, and hopefully all that made sense. If not, hey, just reach out on the website and be glad to clear up anything that's not clear from the video. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at one example here of how this works in action. Okay. So I'm in Google. I just typed in safety tips for decking. Okay, so just kind of a common topic someone might type in that is potentially going to add on a deck to their home. So what do I see? All right, so obviously Better Homes and Gardens, first listing, but here's one that caught my eye. So right here in the second position, so high value here, we've got greatdayimprovements.com, right? 5 deck safety tips to keep your family safe. Boom, that's what I'm interested in. Let me check that out. So if I click through to that, you'll see I'm now in their blog. So this is the blog post that has been optimized for this concept around safety, right? And the point is, I'm now on their site. I'll spend some time. Again, these are the long clicks. I'll probably spend a couple minutes here going through this, at least scanning the content, which is awesome. But more importantly, for Great Day is that I'm here. So what am I likely to do? Well, I'll probably come over here, check out some maybe patio enclosures. I might look at some other things. I might look at more details around the deck offerings. But bottom line, you've got somebody on the site that you wouldn't have ordinarily. So that's just an example of how blogs rank and get traffic to the site. Now, typically the searches you get from these blogs are going to be less buying intent behind them than if they're searching in Google Ads, for an example. So it's a little bit different kind of lead, but again, decent traffic for the most part, long clicks, Google likes it, fresh content, it's a good idea. So what do we blog on? It's another question I get. I'm going to cover this really quick and give you a free tool that you can use. So one of the best ways that we advise clients to find topics to blog on is head over to Quora. So QUORA.com. If you've never been there, great site. So check it out. And what this is largely just a site that people post questions on. And then if folks can offer answers, they answer those questions. But rarely do I use it to ask questions, but I do like to come in and see what people are asking. So I just simply came in and I typed the broad kind of term here up top, building a deck. And then what I want to do is just kind of see, hey, what are people searching for here? And they even you can see the number of people following the question, which indicates a little bit of the popularity of the question. But again, I don't use it so much for that as much as just getting ideas here. So if I'm looking, again, I'm a contractor looking for more deck jobs, then I'm going to scroll through here and say, all right, what type of wood is best used to build a deck, right? Makes sense. So we're talking composite decking, what types of composite decking, so again, my wheels are starting to turn. These are things that people are asking that I can put on my site and address. And again, by targeting the popular terms and the things you see here, the more likely you're going to get more traffic into the website. So how can you build a deck without digging holes? That's not on target, right? Especially if you got some do-it-yourselfer who, that person's trying to do something the wrong way, probably. So how much value does building a deck add to a house? That's awesome. That is an awesome one because that is likely the right type of buyer and the right type of thinking that they're already thinking that would be a good prospect for you. Is it better to build a deck from real wood or composite material? So again, we're starting to see a theme here. What are legal ways of building a deck without a permit? Okay, so avoid that prospect altogether. Anyway, you get the idea. So Quora is a good resource for you just to come up with topics. I'd say, pick a few of those, target doing this, once, twice a month and get the word out. So where do I come down on all this is, hey, I'm not going to give you a blanket yes, just to say, yeah, you got to have a blog. I will say it's a best practice, but view it first and foremost as a way for you to build credibility with the audience that ends up at your site anyway, and as a way to stay in front of both prospects in your database and current clients. And that alone, there's probably enough value there to justify a blog for sure. And then let's look at the SEO aspects as kind of, just extra bonus on that. It's kind of the way I would look at it, at least in the outdoor living contracting space. All right. So hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll talk soon. Take care.